Welcome back to Hangin, the Harvester. As you can see behind me, there's a little bit of work going on. We're adding some new digital signage that'll be like TVs with our schedules and sponsors and things like that, but it's in progress. Thanks for hanging with us at the Harvester. We appreciate you watching and attending shows here. We've got a lot of new shows coming up. March is off to a busy start. We just had War, we had Steel Wheels downstairs, we had Black Violin. Man, what an amazing show. But tonight, Corey Smith's here. But this time it's a solo acoustic show. And so if you are a fan of Corey Smith, don't make sure you don't miss that. Then we'll have Reverend Peyton's Big Damn Band on the 6th. If you're a fan of blues, if you're a fan of Southern Culture on the Skids, it's that type of show. It's a lot of high energy. It's one not to be missed. On the 7th, Low Cut Connie. Come meet your new favorite band. This is a good show to, they're a really fast rising, up and coming band. They're a rock band, piano player out front. Elton John's a fan, Bruce Springsteen's a fan, so I think they know a little bit about new music, so check them out. On the 9th, our friends the Embers are back, Craig Woolard and the boys, with all your beach music favorites. Don't miss that. You want to come out and shag, there'll be a nice big dance floor. And then on the 10th, Sunday night, Dwight Yoakam returns. There may be a few standing tickets. It may already be sold out. All the seats are sold out, but there may be a few standing spots. Don't miss it. Then, the 11th, one of only 13 stops, Little Feat's 50th anniversary tour. You want to get down here. Be a Dixie Chicken, be a Tennessee Lamb. Come on out and see these guys. 50 years is something to celebrate. We just had the 50-year anniversary of War. Music is cross-generational, and you can bring your kids, bring your grandkids. This is a great place to see live music. The 13th, Mike Gordon of Fish, bass player for Fish, will be here with his band. On the 14th, we have New Country with Walker Hayes, along with Phil Moore opening. On the 15th, Chris Jones and the Night Drivers will be here doing some bluegrass. On the 16th, Legacy Motown Review return with all, not only beach music favorites, but all those classic Motown hits and Atlantic favorites like the Coasters and Drifters, things like that. On the 19th, Todd Snyder returns with Reed Fole opening. Todd's got a brand new record, The Cash Cabin Sessions Volume 3. He recorded in Johnny Cash's old cabin, and lots of new stories and songs, and features a new song called The Ghost of Johnny Cash. So make sure and come out for that. The 22nd, our friend Jimmy Fortune comes back. He's the only touring member of the Statler Brothers left. Even though he wasn't an original member of the Statler Brothers, he wrote some of the bigger later hits like Elizabeth and things like that, and it'll be a mixture of gospel and country and bluegrass favorites. Always has a great band. Always fun to see Jimmy Fortune here. You'll get to talk to him after the show. He's just a great guy, and we would love having him here. And then on the 26th, Mountain Man. Okay, little explanation. It's a trio of women. It would be classified more as folk, like classic folk type singing, tight harmonies. But it's going to be another show not to be missed. They have quite a following. And then the legendary 3-night stand, the only place they're doing it, folks. Blackberry Smoke's going to be here for 3 nights on their acoustic tour. This is a tour promoting the Southern Ground Sessions EP, and it's the first time they've undertaken an acoustic tour. They've done a lot of acoustic performances. They might do a couple acoustic songs during a show. They've done it at radio stations, things like that. But Charlie Starr and the Boys, 3 nights, Thursday, Friday, and Saturday, the 28th, 29th, and 30th of March. The Friday night is sold out. The Saturday night is probably sold out. So if you want to see them, come on out Thursday night. Don't miss them. And then we're going to finish out this huge march with Get the Lead Out on the 31st. If you're a Led Zeppelin fan, and I'm sure you probably are, come and see these guys. They faithfully recreate the studio sound. It sounds like the record. It takes them 3 guitar players to do Jimmy Page, but they do it right. And they have, I mean, they do the acoustic stuff. They do the heavy stuff. They do basically anything you want to hear from Led Zeppelin, you'll hear it. That finishes March. Well, let's take a break, and we'll be right back. I'm sitting here alone today, so I don't know if anybody's going to show up or if I'm a one-man band today. But anyway, we'll be right back after this.
The Harvester Performance Center presents Rick Springfield. 17 top 40 hits. Friday, April 26th at the Harvester Performance Center. Buy your tickets now at harvester-music.com or the box office. 540 Guitars. Click to rickspringfield.com for more.
All right, we're back hanging at the Harvester. I'm Rex Norris. I'm the box office manager here at the Harvester. And if you have any questions, call us at 540 Guitars, and I'll be glad to try to answer them. Or go to www.harvester-music.com. Our website's online 24/7. The box office hours are Tuesday through Friday, 10 to 4, and longer on any night there's a show. All right, we just talked about all the March shows, and it's a really, really big month. But April's shaping up to be pretty big too. I mean, April 5th, Aaron Lee Tasjan with Rory Carroll. Aaron Lee Tasjan's a guy out of Nashville. He's played with several other people. He played with Driving and Crying for a while. He played with B.P. Fallon's band. He played with New York Dolls for a while. But he's been solo for a couple years now. We had him here once opening for Ray Wiley Hubbard and did a fantastic job. But this time it's a full band. They're out on the road right now opening for Cheap Trick. So once again, if you can open for Cheap Trick, you're somebody to watch. So come on, don't miss Aaron Lee Tasjan on the 5th. That's downstairs. Upstairs, Abbey Road Live with the Sgt. Pepper's Magical Mystery Tour. Another night of Beatles. If you've seen Abbey Road Live, you know, once again, it's more about the sound, not the costumes. But they're always favorites here. They always draw a big crowd. On the 6th, world-renowned, world-class jazz guitarist Pat Metheny brings a trio. It's piano, guitar, and bass. And if you know anything about jazz guitar or care anything about jazz guitar, this is going to be one people will be talking about, Pat Metheny. On the 12th, local favorites, Kerosene Willie will be back. Kind of a jam band night. And on the 18th, we have a double bill. We have Kim Ritchie downstairs, and upstairs, the Secret Sisters, who our friend Brandy Carlisle produced their latest album. I think they're working on another one right now. On the 19th of April, Firefall's back. Hits like You Are the Woman, Mexico, Cinderella. I mean, the hits go on and on. Don't miss Firefall. And then on the 20th, Anna Popovic comes back with her blues guitar trio. Another, I mean, if for fans that have come to see Samantha Fish or seen, you know, Tab Benoit, Doyle Bramhall II, things like that, I mean, Anna Popovic is a fantastic blues guitar player. Then we go back into classic country. So many hits. On the 25th of April, Ronnie Milsap. What better venue to see somebody play a piano than the Harvester? The sound in here is incredible. The lights, I mean, this will be up close and personal. Ronnie Milsap hasn't played places this size probably in 2 decades. So don't miss your chance to see Ronnie Milsap on the 25th of April, right here at the Harvester. On the 26th, calling all Jesse's girls, Rick Springfield will be here. That has been one of the fastest selling shows. There may still be a few tickets left. The gold section sold out immediately when they went on sale. I mean, this guy has an incredible fan base all over the world, and I imagine we'll see folks from probably 10 to 12 states, maybe even a couple foreign countries, who knows. On the 27th, in February, we had a Janis Joplin tribute with Groove Escape. Well, the 27th of April, War Child is going to do a Jimi Hendrix tribute show. So you'll hear all your Hendrix favorites. These guys are a dynamite live band, power trio format. I mean, it's, and they really, Hendrix was one of their big inspirations. The 28th, we have a show that I can't sell you any more tickets. It sold out faster than Willie Nelson. Tyler Childers will be here, and it's going to be an incredible night. Lucky for the ones that bought tickets, sad for the ones who didn't, but hopefully Tyler will find out what's so special about the Harvester and we'll be back again. I'm going to take another little break, and that was all of April, and we'll come back and talk about some later shows. Thanks.
The Harvester Performance Center presents Rick Springfield. 17 top 40 hits. Friday, April 26th at the Harvester Performance Center. Buy your tickets now at harvester-music.com or the box office. 540-GUITARS. Click to rickspringfield.com for more.
Welcome back to Hangin at the Harvester. I'm Rex Norris. I'm the box office manager here at the Harvester. Well, we talked about March. We talked about April. We're getting into May now. We do have a new show on May 3rd with a band called Dust Bowl Revival. They're a new Americana band. They've been around a little while. They're from California. Check out the videos on our website. I always tell people if you're not familiar with the artist, but a lot of these artists, you may not be familiar with them, but they may become your new favorite band if you come down and check them out. We always have, it's a more affordable show. The 9th of May, a show that has to be seen to be believed. 5,000-year-old mummies playing funk music. You would think this would be a Halloween show, but it's May 9th. It's called Here Come the Mummies. Mummy sax players, mummy trumpet players, mummy synthesizer players. I mean, it's, if you like funky music, check out the videos for these guys. This will be a show that people will be talking about, and their friends will be kicking themselves for missing it. On the 10th, we have a Southwest gentleman, singer-songwriter named Zach Wiley with John Pence. And on the 15th, we have a makeup date for a January 13th show that got postponed because of little weather. That does affect us if it affects the roads. I mean, at least we always say that it's 70 and sunny inside. You don't have to worry about rain and cold, but if the roads are slick, that kind of messes things up. So Alejandro Escobedo is going to finally make it here for that January show. He's done a little bit of everything from punk to world music. It's kind of hard to categorize him. Another one you want to watch the videos, but I mean, Castanets, is another guy that, he's had Willie Nelson on his records. He's had Bruce Springsteen on his records. I mean, it's, the pedigree is there, folks. Just come out and see it. 18th of May, Sister Hazel return. Florida guys, they've been here before, had a good time, so they wanted to come back. And then on the 25th, we kind of have folk, legends is, I think, an apt word for Robin and Linda Williams. They've been doing this for a long time. They do a lot of charity work for a lot of causes. But Robin and Linda Williams will bring their folk duos and harmonies to the Harvester, and we'll end May with 2 more country shows. One with Little Texas on the 30th of May, and God Bless Texas and all their other hits will sure get played. But then on the 31st, Roger Handy and Friends will return. And I'll get lucky enough that Roger will let me stand in the back and make a little bit of noise on guitar, but I'm really looking forward to that. Everybody loves it when Roger plays here. Everybody remembers him from the days with Lost and Found, his days with Southern Depot. I mean, Roger's voice keeps getting better and better. And I'm just so lucky to get to play with these guys. They're all such excellent musicians. They play in other bands. But if Roger calls, any of us will drop whatever we have to do to be there. And I'm just lucky, like I said, to stand in the background. Looking into June, Daryl Scott's coming back on the 9th of June. One of the most compelling, awe-inspiring shows I've ever seen in here. Him playing You'll Never Leave Harlan Alive, just solo on a piano, just gave you chills. I mean, this guy's written so many great songs and is such an accomplished musician. Don't miss that. On the 15th of June, the Mountains of Music Homecoming show this year is Sons of Bill Monroe. And it's several musicians who played in the Bluegrass Boys. Songs, stories. It'll be educational, but it will be entertaining. So you don't want to miss that. Then into July, Edwin McCain returns on the 11th of July. Always a favorite from his days with I'll Be. And I mean, he's just, a very romantic guy, but very real guy too. I mean, one of the songs that I always think of with Edwin McCain is Solitude. And tells the story of a young man that was sent away by his mother. I don't know if it was to rehab, what was going on, but just really heartfelt songs. And I mean, Edwin's got a great voice. It's usually he plays guitar and he's accompanied by a sax player. And for 2 guys, I mean, they fill up the room with sound. August 10th, String of Pearls will return. Another favorite. I think this is their 3rd time at the Harvester. Lots of big band stuff, kind of, Andrews Sisters, things like that you'll remember. More of a cabaret type atmosphere. And Gary's always working on new stuff. I'm sure there's lots more shows coming up that we don't know about yet. Hopefully next week we'll have some things to tell you about that. Low ticket alert, a lot of things that have very low tickets. As I said, the first night of the Blackberry Smoke 3-night stand is probably the only one that's got any tickets left. The Ronnie Millsap, the Rick Springfield, probably the Firefall. I mean, these are things, if you don't hesitate, if you're interested, get your tickets now to be able to tell your friends, well, I got my tickets, I don't know about you, I'm sorry you missed out. Because, I mean, people, like with the Dwight Yoakam, I've had so many people, saying, I need tickets, and it's like, I'm sorry, all the seats are gone. You might be able to stand, but that's about it. And the longer we're here, I mean, we're on April will be 5-year anniversary here. The longer we're here, the more well known, and people are making it a point to get their tickets early, and they should, because I mean, less than 500 seats. That's tiny by today's standards. I mean, when you're used to going and seeing somebody in a coliseum or a civic center, and you're talking, 9, 10, 15, 20,000 or more, you don't ever know you don't think about it. The tickets are available for quite a while, but with less than 500 seats, I mean, you better jump on it when you can. Well, Kevin, let's take another break, and we'll wrap this up since I'm alone.
The Harvester Performance Center presents Rick Springfield. 17 top 40 hits. Friday, April 26th at the Harvester Performance Center. Buy your tickets now at harvester-music.com or the box office. 540 Guitars. Click to rickspringfield.com for more.
All right, well, we're back hanging at the Harvester. We've been talking about the schedule, but let's talk about what makes this place so special. Number one, our volunteers. We have the best volunteers, bar none. They make you feel welcome. They'll help you with anything you need from the time you walk in the door, sometimes before you walk in the door, and all your needs at the concession stand, ushering as far as finding your seats, answering any questions. Don't hesitate to grab a volunteer, and if you have any questions. And they really are the backbone of this place. They're what makes it so special, on top of the fact that we have one of the best sound systems, one of the best sounding rooms. I mean, you can go totally unplugged in here and hear it perfectly at the back of the room. Another thing about the back of the room is only 75 feet from the stage. So, excuse me, you're going to have clear sight lines to watch a show. The back 3 rows are on risers in case you're vertically challenged and might want to make sure that you're above the heads of some of the taller people, especially if they stand up. We try to have room on the sides, whether it's a standing show or not, for people that want to stand, so they're not obstructing people's views. Excuse me. But sometimes you can't teach manners to pigs. So you have to understand that some things are out of our control. But as I said, grab a volunteer, come grab me in the box office. If you have any questions, any concerns, let's try to address it then. Take care of you. We want to treat everybody like family. We want you to come back again. We encourage you to bring your children. For almost all shows, excuse me, for almost all shows, 8 and under are free. So that gives a chance to not only save on a babysitter, but to expose your children to live music and grow the next batch of fans. There's nothing like live music. It can take away all kinds of aches and pains and troubles, and it's just a night of magic. I mean, you are in your own world of that music, and if it's a case of something that you grew up with or it is very special to you, it triggers lots and lots of memories. So, come on out, enjoy the Harvester with us. We encourage you. Call 540 Guitars, talk to me, go to harvester-music.com, buy your tickets anytime, and we'll see you next week.